it is Michael from That Homeschool Life. How's everybody doing? So this is take number 2 on this video. Hold on, I'm gonna shut this door, y'all. This is take number 2 on this video because I didn't like the other one. I should have probably just kept it, but we're gonna adjust it. So good morning, hey everybody. So I wanted to talk about summertime boredom and what do you do? Everybody wants to keep their kids minds fresh and up to speed. There's so much that a child loses from, say, May to August, whenever they're on summer break. You know, they either constantly playing outside, which isn't a bad thing, or, you know, they're on the phone with their friends or on their tablet, you know, dealing or playing with, you know, their devices and whatnot. And we don't want that as parents. We don't want our kids to lose everything that they learned and feel like, you know, 2 steps forward and 3 steps back kind of thing. So what do? We homeschool year round, so that is not a huge issue for us. We do math and language arts, grammar, phonics, / during the summer, just to keep things fresh and new. We do that. We homeschool year round for a few reasons. One of the biggest is because when my husband is home, he works 14 and 14. When he is home, if we want to get up and go somewhere, or if I've got a doctor's appointment in another town, 2 hours away or even longer, you know, we take the day off. I'm not going to try to squeeze in school on that day. And I want them to get what they need during school. You know, the level of what I think that they need. Everybody's different on that. So what I think is right for my kids may not be right for your kids. Anyway, so I was thinking about what people could do if they didn't want to do the math curriculum or language arts, or they didn't want a school year round, but they wanted to do something where they were still learning something fun, entertaining, whatever. And I thought, why not unit studies? A unit study is a way of teaching that takes one topic and it uses it for or across all subjects. So say you want to study the human body. So first off, you're going to have science with that. Second, you can, you know, talk about, you know, maybe the history of parts of the human body. And I say that sounds funny, but like the first doctor who, you know, learned about the muscles and things like that, or the first nurse, you know, Florence Nightingale, you can bring that up as part of history of the human body and doctors and studying diseases or anything like that. That's all history. You could use it for math, counting bones, or how many muscles do you have, and, you know, different things like that. You can read books about it. They have comical books and they have nonfiction books. Y'all forgive me, I slept last night, but I'm having some issues with my head from surgery, and so I don't really know what's going on, so it's making me do really weird things. Anyway, so they have these things, but you can also use a unit study to just focus on that topic. You don't have to bring in all the other curriculum or the other subjects like math and science and all that. You can take the human body and use it for what it is, just learning the human body. I picked that one for example because last year in homeschool, my kids wanted to learn about the human body, which, hey, that's cool. I want to learn too, you know. And I think that's the beauty of homeschooling, is that us as parents, we can learn with them. But they wanted to learn about the human body, so I found a used copy of The Good and the Beautiful's The Human Body unit study, and I purchased it, and it came loose, and I just put it in the binder and, you know, it's got all the pages and all the, anyway. But I found it used, and I went online to the Good and the Beautiful's website, and I printed out a list of books that can go with each unit or each chapter of the human body unit study. And I've got What Happens to a Hamburger, and it talks about the digestion process. And then I bought the Cat in the Hat's Inside Your Outside, which is anything Dr. Seuss is always going to be fun. So that was fun. And I also bought Your Body Battles a Broken Bone. Anyway, so those are the few extra books that I've bought for that particular unit. But they wanted to study that. Just so happens, Houston Museum of Natural Science had the human body exhibit going on. So we loaded up the kids. We loaded up the kids with my best friend and her daughter, and we went and stayed 2 nights in Houston and took them to the human body exhibit. That was awesome. They seen so much. They learned so much. If you can get a chance to see it and it's in your city or somewhere close to you, I highly recommend you going to check that out. So, going back to that, the unit studies. This year we are doing... Sorry, I'm getting texts from my aunt down the road. This year we are doing the Good and the Beautiful's marine biology unit study this summer, I should say. And we're doing that because at the end of, or at the first week in August, our kids are going to Clearwater, Florida for a marine biology camp. And it's a week-long camp. It's a day camp, but we figured it would be a good lesson for them to kind of get, in the know about things. We live on a lake, so they're used to seeing water creatures and things like that, and kind of how the water works. But we don't have tides in the lake, so this one's kind of neat. It teaches them about the tide pools and the high and low tides and different things like that. But that's why we're doing that one. I touch base on these 2 particular ones because I can relate them to something. There are several others, and I have a lot of the Good and Beautiful, and I'm not saying I'm not making any money from the Good and the Beautiful. I'm not getting kickback or anything like that. I'm just mentioning these because these are the ones I have, and I really like the way the Good and the Beautiful presents them and sets everything up. They give you the vocabulary words. There's little experiments. They have little online videos that you can go online to the Good and Beautiful's website that go along with each lesson. So, like we have, I'll show y'all what we've got, and then I'll show y'all some other ideas of unit studies. But I'll show you what we've got from the Good and Beautiful, and then I'll go into more detail about why I think they're great. So this is Water in Our World, and it just talks about erosion and just water all over the world and things like that, and like deltas and rivers and ponds and the different types of water that we have. This is a Good and Beautiful unit study. This is the bird unit study, and I've got, I think, some books that go along with it. We've also got, I showed you the human body. Let's see, we are doing this one right now, marine biology. You can see my little notes and stuff, and that was actually, see, they learned about symmetry of a invertebrate object, or invertebrates in the ocean, and how they can be radial, bilateral, or no symmetry. They learned that, and so there's that. Then I just got in the mail the paleontology unit and motions and simple machines. So paleontology is a new one, and you can see from this one here to this one here, they've changed up things a little bit. You've got these great full colored pages. Can y'all see that? And you can copy it. I don't ever let the kids write in here. I just make copies of it. Then here's the motion and simple machines, and it's the same thing. Anyway, but they also come, so we'll do this one first. So the paleontology unit, I got the workbook for grades 3 through 6, which is going to be a little advanced for my son, because next year he'll be only in the first grade, so it's probably a little advanced. And this one's 7 to 8 for my daughter, which again, advanced. Next year she'll be in the 6th grade. I don't know when we'll do that, but that's that. We also got this book, Amazing Archaeological Digs, that you can purchase separately. You don't have to purchase it, but just different archaeological finds that they found. We've got Ancient Animals. Is that what it's called? Yes, Ancient Animals. These are all read aloud books that you can purchase separately. And then the Ultimate Dinosaur Guide. So that goes with the paleontology unit. If you have a kid that likes dinosaurs, I highly recommend that. Even if you just buy the extra books, like, that's pretty cool. So then the books that go with the Simple Machines books, again, I've got the 7th and 8th grade book, and then the 3 through 6 workbook. We got an Archimedes read. This is more like a chapter book, but my daughter loves like history books, like true story books, nonfiction. I don't know if this is a historical fiction book or if it's like the story of him. The Story of Invention. So this book has got a lot of like, okay, here, the telephone. That one's in there. And somebody just walked in. It's probably my husband. Is it my husband? Yes. It's my husband. Okay. Oh, okay, thanks. Where are you going? Okay. He's going on the tractor. And then this one, Motion and Sports. And like hockey, ice hockey in the motion. Anyway, so that's that. That's not really that important. I digress with all that. But they're pretty cool. They're really, really nice, the way they have it set up. So that's one idea. We also went online to Chasing Rabbit Holes Through Literature, and this one's Rabbit Holes Through Science. This is a free mini science lesson on fireflies. So went on to their website, Rabbit Holes Through Learning, or Rabbit Trails Through Learning, and just looked up their free units, and it gives you some lists of books to read with it. It gives you a craft activity to make your own firefly. It tells you a little bit about the fireflies. It's a pretty cool little thing. And then on one of the Facebook used curriculum groups, I found an earthworm unit study. So we're growing our own worms for composting, and I just thought that this would be really cool to kind of learn about earthworms. So this is a teacher's guide. It came with the book and one other book that's over there, and then it came with the lesson plans. And I bought this secondhand from somebody. So the reason I, again, say unit studies are great is because this may be something that you may not be able to incorporate in your yearly curriculum. You may not have time. There's only so much time in a day. And obviously, the reason we homeschool, one of the reasons is we don't want our kids stuck at school all day doing schoolwork, right? You want them to kind of learn things hands-on, life lessons, and, be kids. That's part of it, right? So these are great to do during the summertime whenever, you only got 3 months of break or whatever, and each unit study has 14 chapters, so do a chapter a week, 2 chapters a week, whatever your kids want. Go through it, fast. So they're great to do for that. They're going to add more wrinkles to your little kid's brain. And everybody knows we all want our kids to love learning. If your child is in love with airplanes, I guarantee you can find a unit study on aeronautical science or airplanes or something like that. If they love NASA and you're close to one of the NASA places, take them there and I know you can find some kind of unit study on space. I know, matter of fact, Good and the Beautiful has one on space in the solar system. There are so many different things that you can use. And it's just something to keep them learning while they still get to enjoy their summer break. These take 30 minutes at the most each lesson. And that's if you do all the experiments and stuff. or the craft projects. You don't have to do those. It's, you know, I just read for right now the marine biology one. I read, and then they watch the experiments on the Good and Beautiful's website. So why not? It's a lot of fun. There's a lot you can find on YouTube too. So don't, you know, say no, we can't, there's nothing there. Unit studies are a great way to fill in those voids in the summer months and still have them learning something fun. You know, let it be their choice. Pick something they like: art, space, airplanes, birds, butterflies. Trying to think what other ones I've seen. Fireflies. There are so many of them out there. Google free ones. There's tons of free ones. Look on the used curriculum groups on Facebook and pick one off of there. Check it out. Unit studies are really, really awesome. I think it's a great way to teach your kids something that interests them without, you know, diverting or adding too much to their regular homeschool day. Check it out. It's worth a try, right? Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe, thumbs up, whatever down below. You know, I don't know what it does. Anyway, do those things. Recommend me to your friends. Love you all. Bye.